before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Good morning, Mr. Jones.
Good morning, Your Honor. So the state's offer for Mr. Reed today is going to be 12 months to serve, 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, and anti-theft course, a stay away from Piedmont Park, and no further contact with the victim, Mr. Prentice McGee. Your Honor, what took place was on April 13th of 2023, officers responded to a larceny call at 79 West Paces Ferry Road. Mr. McGee, the victim, informed officers that his parked vehicle was broken into around 11:39 p.m. He informed officers the following items were missing: one black book bag containing Versace and Ray-Ban sunglasses, a MacBook Pro, a MacBook Air, and an iPad mini and Canon digital camera. The window was also broken. Subsequently, the defendant was found asleep in the public restroom of Piedmont Park, which is why they stay away there, with the iPad, with the AirPods in the bag underneath his body.
Is there any need for restitution in this case?
I don't believe there was any loss of the items that were with him that is the subject of the theft by receiving.
Correct. They were able to recover the items on his person.
Okay. Yes, Mr. McLean.
He asked that the court accept his negotiated plea of guilty, stipulating to the three necessary elements of venue, jurisdiction, venue, factual basis, identity.
Okay. Mr. Reed, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002315A, you wish to plead guilty to theft by receiving stolen property. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Reed. As soon as you complete the theft course, your probation will go to a non-reporting status. So as soon as you get that done, you don't have to report to probation, okay?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, he should be able to do that in the first 30 days. I wondered if the court might waive that first $49 fee for him.
You should be able to get that done and pay the fee, Mr. McLean.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
I apologize. And what was the stay away location?
It's Piedmont Park.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got it.
Position 23, Reynolds.
This is an,
Right, not guilty, that's an arraignment.
okay,
We waived the formal reading of the accusation as we know what it is, and we asked the court to simply tell him about the burden of proof, the maximum punishment, and the watching out for future court dates.
all right, thank you, Mr. McLean. Good morning, Mr. Reynolds. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
No.
Okay, you can put your hand down, Mr. Reynolds. You've been charged in case 23 CR 002316D with battery. This charge carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. It's my understanding, Mr. McLean, that you waive formal reading of the accusation.
Correct, Your Honor, we do.
How do you plead, Mr. Reynolds, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, sir.
Your case will record your not guilty plea. Mr. Reynolds, your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, sir.
Position 24, Sanford.
That needs to be, I believe, that needs an interview before we speak, Your Honor. Is that 24? No. Right, that was hold for now.
All right, can we take someone else?
Position 31, Eunice.
Yes, that's a negotiated plea.
Okay.
Are you with me, Mr. Young?
Yes, good morning, Mr. Yunez.
Good morning.
I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah, so help me God.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir. Mr. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. So the state's offer is going to be 12 months to serve, 32 days, credit for time served, 16 days. Balance suspended in a stay away from 2240 North Highland Ave. Your Honor, what transpired is on April 12th of 2023.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you. If you all have a negotiated plea between the parties, you don't have to give me the facts of the case unless you just want to, unless I ask for them for some specific reason, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and is there a reason that you want to put anything on the record regarding
Your
the
Honor.
facts? Okay,
Your Honor.
thank you. And it's my understanding that this is a negotiated plea, is that correct?
Correct,
Mr.
yeah.
McLean?
It is.
Okay. All right, yes, Mr. McLean.
He asked the court to accept his negotiated plea of guilty as he stipulates to venue, identification and factual basis.
Okay, very good. Mr. Yunez, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002289F, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay, hold.
Sorry.
Just answer yes or no for me, Mr. Yunez, okay? So you wish to plead guilty to this criminal trespass charge, sir?
Yes,
Okay, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
no,
You've been represented by Mr. McLean there. Are you satisfied with his representation?
yeah,
Yeah, you understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
yes,
Has anyone forced you to plead guilty?
no.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Yunez. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right.
And then keep your mask on, keep your mask on. Position 5, Harding.
Which number? Oh, is the add-on?
Yeah, this is gonna be the add-on position 5.
We still need to interview Mr. Hardy.
Okay, is there someone else we can go to?
Position 7, Cofer.
And Culver is 7, and add-ons 1 through 4.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Duncan.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Have you all had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Cofer, and what are we doing with him this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with Mr. Cofer yesterday and today about the add-on cases, and he's aware of the situation. At this time, we're going to enter a plea of not guilty and waive arraignment on positions 7 in add-on 1, add-on 2, and add-on 3. Add-on 4 is a failure to appear related to add-on 1. So I understand this court's policy, but we would ask to be heard on bond or having it set aside.
Okay, so he missed a court date at some point in time with the division judge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so as you know, Mr. Dodas, I return the cases to the division judge if they have issued their own bond orders in the matter. So we'll get your waivers in the case, and then we'll have them returned to the division judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. I went over all
Okay.
that with my clients.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Cofer.
Thank you, Judge.
Position 10, Dixon.
And this will be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Dixon. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Dixon, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Duncan?
Yes, Your Honor, in this case ending in 02364Y, the count of theft by receiving stolen property, the state's offer is 12 months to serve, 20 days, credit for time served, 10 days with a balance probated, an anti-theft course, no further contact with their cousin Jab Davis or the victim in this case, Xavier Houston.
Okay. And I'm sorry, and did you say an anti-theft class?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Yes, Mr. Dirties.
Yes, Your Honor. Our understanding is this is a negotiated plea. We do stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID for the purpose of this plea. We would ask if Mr. Dixon could go on to non-reporting status upon completion of the anti-theft course. I've given him all the information he needs, and I think he can do that within the next month.
And Your Honor, I just objected that this defendant does have, if I'm not mistaken, an open Superior Court case and has in his history has several other, it's open ag assault with Superior Court where he's on a $15,000 good bond against an Xavier Smith. I don't know if that's a different person or the same one with a different name variation. However, so we would just ask that he remain on probation, but we defer to the court.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Duncan. Let's see, Mr. Dixon, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002364Y, you wish to plead guilty to theft by receiving stolen property. Is that correct?
I think my client has a question, if I could please go on mute real quick.
All right, just let me know when you're ready to proceed, Mr. Dirties.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. We're ready to go forward.
Okay, so it's Mr. Dixon, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002364Y, you wish to plead guilty to theft by receiving stolen property. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I will accept your plea as negotiated, Mr. Dixon. I'm going to have your case go to a non-reporting status when you complete the anti-theft class. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Dixon.
Thanks. Let's take this. Yeah, that's it.
Who do we have next?
Is that you, Mike? We have a walker. Do we have a walker?
He's from Pop County.
I don't have Walker on my calendar. Is he on competency?
I'm checking out. The last name is Walker, right? What's your first name? Marquise?
I didn't have it on the top.
Yes, he is on the competency.
Okay.
The only two left we have, Judge, is they still need to be interviewed.
Okay, so why don't we, we'll be in recess until somebody around the, until the interviews are complete or until an iPhone, until somebody else comes on.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Walker, are you with me? Ian, are you there?
I'm sorry, I'm here, Your Honor. My phone froze.
Oh, no, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure that I know that Ms. Wolf informed the court that that the two of you had been communicating. I just didn't know if you all needed to further communicate this morning, and if so, I can help facilitate that if you need to.
I believe it's fine. It's a time serve offer, and I'm fine with what Ms. Wolf proposed.
Okay, all right. So, so that, Ms. Wolf, your case is going to be a plea this morning?
It will, as soon as I can just quickly
Talk
convey
with
that
him.
to Mr. Hathorn.
Okay, all right. So as soon as we have him, we'll allow you to do that. Good morning, Ms. McLeod. Hope you're well today.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am for asking.
Who are you here for this
Ben-
morning?
I represent Denzel Bentley, Your Honor. He is position 3, I believe.
Okay. As soon as we have him, and what are we going to do with Mr. Bentley this morning?
I believe we're going to be arraigning him, Your Honor. I did call the jail and they're trying to pull him for me. The state has an offer on the table.
Okay, so
I,
you need
I believe that he won't be accepting that offer. So, but I did
okay,
talk to him.
And
all right.
just to be sure, Ms. McLeod, I'll send you that offer via chat as well.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so it will be on recess until someone is ready to proceed.
What position is on jail court's iPhone? You're on mute, Will?
But I think I've got a guess. You know my guess? Yes, March 21st coming in. March 21st.
I think the jail court iPhone is on mute if you're trying to say something.
Jail courts, if you can hear us, you need to unmute yourself.
Good morning, Your Honor, again.
Yes, are we ready to proceed, Mr. McLean?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
This is gonna be position 5, Mr. Harding.
Okay. And what are we doing with Mr. Harding this morning?
That's a negotiated plea, Your Honor. He was on the add-on.
Oh,
Number 5 on the add-on. Yeah.
yes, good morning, Mr. Harding. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we are conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can put your hand down, sir. Mr. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. So the state's offer is going to be 12 months to serve, 76 days. Credit for time served 38 days, an anti-theft course, balance probated, and stay away from all Walmart locations.
Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, we asked the court to accept the negotiated plea of guilty and while we stipulate to factual basis, venue, and identification.
Mr. Harding, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002569F, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
I'm going to let you finish whatever you're doing there, Mr. Harding, before I proceed. Okay, so you just let me know when you're ready to proceed.
Yeah, he was the add-on, Your Honor, so you just write down his phone number and his address. Your Honor, in this case, since it is a shoplifting, I would ask to give him a break financially because he is going to have to pay over $100 for that court. And sometimes they cost as much as $200, depends on where you get it. Yeah, that's good. All right.
Okay,
He's finished with everything.
you've been represented by counsel, Mr. Harding. Do you, you satisfied with, what Mr. McLean has done for you?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I will accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Harding, let's see, I will have the probation go to a non-reporting status when you complete the term. So the sooner you get that anti-theft class done, the sooner you won't be on probation. You should be able to do that within the first 30 days. As such, I won't waive any fees, Mr. McLean. You should be able to get it done quickly. Good luck to you, Mr. Harding.
Where do I take that? Anything?
Anybody that's qualified to give an anti-theft course, and here's my recommendation, because we've had good luck with them, but they're not the only people that give it.
What's the probation now?
Okay, we have a sheet for you.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay.
You want to just give me the whole sheet?
Yeah.
You got it.
All right,
He's
thank
got JCS's address.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. And you say as soon as I complete the class, non-report?
Correct.
That's correct. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You're welcome. Have a good day.
We have Sanford.
Thank you so much.
Do we have any,
Sanford as well.
say it again?
We have Mr. Sanford ready.
Okay, so let's just. Who do we have at 4 North?
Position 1, Mr. Alexander.
Okay. And this is just gonna, who's representing? Is this just gonna be an arraignment?
Yes, Your Honor. This will be a waiver. My apologies. I'm on the phone with ACDC. This will be a waiver of arraignment, and I'll
Okay.
file that.
All right, Mr. Alexander, your case is gonna be returned to the division judge, and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, sir.
I'm sorry, sir, if you could repeat that?
Yes, there's been a waiver of arraignment in your case, Mr. Alexander. As such, your case is going to be returned to the division judge, and you'll get notification of your next hearing date.
Can you explain the reason why?
You can talk to Mr. Dodez, who is your counsel after court today, and he'll let you know why, okay?
Oh, okay, if you could get in touch with me, counsel.
Yeah, I'll come see you after this.
All right.
Okay, best of luck, sir. I'll see you soon.
Position 11 and 12. Mr. Durham.
Okay. What's the announcement on Mr. Durham?
Yes, Your Honor. I met with Mr. Durham and conveyed the offer. He indicated he wanted to sleep on it. If Ms. Duncan could repeat the offer, and then Mr. Durham can tell us what he wants to do today.
Duncan, did you hear that?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. The
fine.
state's offer for position 11, Durham is 12 months to serve, 245 days, credit for time served, 245 days with the balance suspended. And the position 12 is Durham as well. It's a failure to appear, and we are willing to null pros that if the defendant pleads guilty to position 11.
You want to inquire of your client, Mr. Dodez?
Mr. Durham, we've discussed the situation. You know that this isn't the only case holding you. What would you like to do going forward? And if you need a second to talk to me, I'm happy to speak with you.
I'm plead guilty to it.
Do you want to accept the negotiated plea?
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Durham. I'm Judge Eric Mora. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Durham. You've been charged in case 21 CR 004340J with simple battery against a police officer, dog or correction or detention officer, and obstruction of a law enforcement officer. It's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to those charges. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Durham. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Going back to position 24, Sanford.
Okay, someone was trying to get my, who was trying to get my attention?
I mean, they can go next. I'm about to say position number 15, Mr. Floyd on 7 South.
Okay. Where do y'all want me to go?
You can go to courtroom 2.
Okay, now I'll come back to position 15. Tell me again who we have in courtroom 2.
This is Mr. Michael Sanford, number 24.
What's the announcement?
Negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Sanford. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. You agree to have your case heard by video? Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Mr. Jones.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's offer is going to be 12 months to serve 26 days, credit for time served 30 days, balance probated. That's because they're going to be a 40-hour community service. Stay away from 133 Carnegie Way and no further contact with Duranta Shannon.
And is that, you said 30 days, but is that 13 days?
Credit for time served 13 days.
13, okay. Yes, Mr. McLean.
Your Honor, he stipulates the venue, identification, and factual basis, and asks the court to accept his negotiated plea of guilty. He understands about the 40 hours of community service has to be under charity, a legitimate nonprofit such as a 501c3, and he is given the contact information. He's ready.
Okay. Mr. Sanford, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002317E, you wish to plead guilty to giving false information to law enforcement officer and theft of service. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Sanford. As soon as you complete the 40 hours of community service, your probation is going to terminate, okay? So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you'll be done.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, position number 15, Mr. Floyd, 1-5.
Okay, what are we doing?
We do need to speak to him, so are we gonna do that by breakout or by phone?
You have other people in the courtroom with you there, Mr. McLean. Do you just want, I don't know, it's up to you. How would you like to accomplish that?
I think it would be preferred by phone.
Okay, is there a way, jail court, that
Jail court iPhone, call extension 22392.
We can also do a breakout room with my laptop, Your Honor, whatever you do.
Yeah, we could go in the hallway or the other room.
What's that extension again?
2-2392.
I'm gonna call that now.
Okay.
okay, thank you.
And Your Honor, I think we're ready for position 5 and 6 at ACDC. If Officer Milton's there.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Officer Nelson. I hope you're well.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, and what are we doing? It's this Mr. Bunchy?
Yes, Your Honor. For position 6, we're gonna waive arraignment, enter a plea of not guilty. Position 5 is a failure to appear. I went over this court's policy with Mr. Bunch, but we would still ask this court to hear us on having the failure to appear set aside.
Okay. So I take it that he missed court with a division judge. Given that there's a waiver, I'm going to return the case to the division judge and let them decide on their bond. So both the cases will be returned to the division judge, Mr. Bunche, and you will get notification of your next hearing date, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, wow, fine. Okay. Yeah. Hey, fine.
Position 16, Mr. Hawthorne.
Okay, and I believe Ms. Wolf, let's see, I'll put you in would you like me to put you into a breakout room?
Be great, Judge. Thank you so much.
Okay, so 4 North and Attorney Wolf, if we can put them into a breakout room, please.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I have a question. Are we doing competency this morning?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get in touch with Mr. Howard and to see if I need to bring those ladies around.
Okay, I don't see him on the line right now, but that calendar is at 11 o'clock, so
Okay,
I'm not sure if he's gonna need them or not.
all right.
Thank you.
I'll try and find out
Okay.
before I
thank
bring
you.
them around.
Okay, we appreciate it.
Woo! Cobra.
Yes, are we ready to proceed?
You're referring to position 16. Yes, we are.
Okay. Let's see. Good morning, Mr. Hawthorne. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we are conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me, Mr. Hawthorne? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Yes, this your case, Mr. Jones?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, you can proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. So the state's offer is going to be 12 months to serve, 327 days credit for time served, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Wolf?
Thank you, Judge. This is a negotiated plea. The intention, my understanding of this, my understanding of our negotiation is that it's the intention of the state to offer time served, whether that's 12 months to serve, reduced to time served, or the complete. Mr. Hathorne has been in custody for 327 days. And to that extent, we accept the state's offer and are prepared to move forward with a guilty plea.
This is a time served plea. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Hawthorne, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002427J, you wish to plead guilty to battery, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Hawthorne. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
That concludes our business. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, have a good day. Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Looking for oh, I'm sorry, Duffy, real quick. Looking for Miss McLeod. I was trying to reach her. I do have her client here, Mr. Bentley.
Ms. McLeod, are you still on with us? She may have logged off. But she was here earlier.
She had a probation hearing with Judge Porter, but she'll be back.
Okay, thank you. Who do we have at 4 North?
Position 8, Mr. Cobra.
What's the announcement on Mr. Cobra?
Yes, Your Honor. I met with Mr. Colbreth yesterday. At that time, I did not have an offer yet. I did give Mr. Colbreth an idea of what that offer might be. If Ms. Duncan could please relay that to Mr. Colbreth, and then we can decide how to proceed.
Yes, I did. I thought I sent you that offer yesterday evening, Mr. Dotis. However, it is, scroll down, sorry. For the counts of DUI under the influence of alcohol, and safe driving while license suspended or revoked, and speeding in the case ending in 2483E, the state's recommendation for count 1, which is the DUI, is going to be 12 months to serve, 10 days, credit for time served, 0 days with the balance probated in ADET, a risk reduction of victim impact panel, $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, and no driving unless validly licensed, insured, and registered and allowed by DDS, the statutory minimum for first DUI. From what I saw on his criminal history, for the driving while license suspended, we're asking for a $500 fine, as this is not this defendant's first offense of driving without a valid license or suspended or revoked license. And for the speeding, we're offering time served, what we believe to be 24 hours.
You need time to discuss that with your client, Mr. Dotis?
Mr. Colbert, would you like time to discuss this or?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Thank you. If I can be placed in a breakout room on my laptop with 4 North.
Okay. So if we can place 4 North and Mr. Dodez's laptop into a breakout room, please.
Give me 1 second, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Nah, it was just a bottle of wine. They had the top on, Southern Home Moscato with the screw on top. That's what they had been drinking out of.
All right, 4 North, you're not on mute.
Sorry.
Okay.
Your Honor, this will be a arraignment, plea.
Say it again, Mr. Dodez.
Got unstable internet here. We'll waive arraignment today.
Okay. Mr. Colbert, your counsel is waiving arraignment. As such, your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, back to position number 15, Mr. Floyd.
Okay. And Mr. McLean? You're mute there in courtroom too, Mr. McLean.
I apologize, Your Honor. I need to look over there at the bottom left-hand corner of that screen. We're unmuted now. He is a negotiated plea. He's on Zoom there in the uniform.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Floyd. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Okay. Jail courts, can you unmute for me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Floyd. Ms. Duncan?
Yes, Your Honor, in this case ending in 7870E with the count of theft by receiving stolen property and forgery in the fourth, the state's offer is 12 months to serve, 90 days, credit for time served, 37 days, with the balance probated, an anti-theft class, a stay away from City National Bank located at 3333 Piedmont Road, and no further contact with Jacqueline Smallwood.
Oh, and by the way, further comment, Your Honor, this I think of as a minor matter, so I hope it won't throw things astray. If it could be 80 days instead of 90 days, this was 5 years ago. That would mean that when he goes to another hearing on Tuesday, this will have been settled and he'll be on probation. And it won't have quite as many extra days. It'll have like 3 extra days instead of 8 extra days.
So that would mean this would be non-negotiated and the state would be remaining to ask for the 90 days, with Your Honor, like a factual basis.
And a history, please.
Yes, this defendant has 21 cycles and is a convicted felon. He has a 2017 criminal trespass, 2015 theft by receiving stolen property, willful obstruction, 2016 NOLO for willful obstruction, 2018 NOLO for willful obstruction, 2020 conviction for theft by shoplifting and forgery in the first. This defendant has several arrests, including a 2011 theft by taking, 2013 theft by receiving stolen property auto that was dismissed, 2013 armed robbery that showed his time expired, a 2015 theft by receiving stolen property, giving false info, and theft by shoplifting, which he had a prison admission in cycle 4, a probation violation in 2016, 2018 arrest for theft by receiving stolen property that was, I believe it was first offender, 2018 probation violation, 2019 arrest for theft by shoplifting, 2019.
I think the state's recommendation is generous, Mr. McLean.
In Your Honor, I need to ask him if he wants to go forward, because that would be, the 8 extra days, I think, would run through Tuesday to Wednesday. The problem is basically 1 day difference between the state and him.
When you come with a negotiated plea, I expect it to be negotiated.
Right.
So, but if you need to talk to your client, I'm happy to give you that opportunity.
Okay, I will be glad to talk to him further, and if they will call 2-2392.
And I apologize for interrupting you, Ms. Duncan. You've given me enough information to make my decision. Thank you.
I understand.
Okay, so I guess we'll be in recess until Mr. McLean has an opportunity to speak with his client or someone else is ready.
Right. I'll put this on mute. Okay, that case, Contavious Floyd, is ready now.
Y'all know we're back with position number 15.
Number 15, correct.
Okay, tell me what we're doing.
He's going to go with the 90 days. He understands the logic behind it, although he would love it to be otherwise, even if it were 88. But you know, we're going to go with the 90.
Okay. So if we can unmute. Mr. Floyd, it's my understanding that in case 19 CR 007870E, you wish to plead guilty to theft by receiving stolen property and forgery in the 4th degree. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty? I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Good luck to you, Mr. Floyd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I've got his contact information, so he's free to go.
Sure.
You know, I think I'll mute back again. I think we're going to receive a call now from the Atlanta City Detention Center on Sims, and then we'll be ready on that.
Okay, thank you.
We have position 28 through 30. Mr. Williamson.
Okay.
That's ready for a plea, but that is Attorney McLean's case. I need to wait a second if you can. I get the ACBC call.
It's my understanding that Mr. McLean is on the phone, so we'll be with you as soon as we can, please, Sal.
Now, we could go ahead on Williamson now. He has 2 separate cases plus an FDA, and we could go ahead and do that now and do the Sims thing in a moment.
Okay, so it's my understanding that these are negotiated pleas and a null process, is that correct?
They are, Your Honor. One's about 6 years old, something years old.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, we didn't know if the defendant would take both of these, but because of that, there will be a second DUI conviction. The community service on the second charge ending in 08888C, that community service is going to go to 240 hours instead of the 40 hours.
When pleas are taken together, can you give them a break on that? Is that possible?
It's statutory, Mr. McLean.
Oh, I know it's statutory about the second, but when they're taken together, I don't know if there's any case law. I don't have any case law to cite on that point. It does apply to other matters, but I do understand about the 240 on the second. I'll explain that to him, Your Honor.
Okay, so he understands that he's going to have to do 280 hours of community service.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Williamson, I believe you do understand what the state is saying about instead of 80 hours total, it'll be 280 hours total. Do you understand that?
You're on mute, 3 Sal.
He's muted.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Williams. So I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Mr. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. So for the case ending in 2435, the state's offer is going to be 12 months to serve 98 days, credit for time served 49 days, balance probated with a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, ADET, a risk reduction, and a victim impact panel. For the case ending in 0888C, the state's recommendation is going to be 12 months to serve 3 days, balance probated, a $600 fine, 240 hours of community service, risk reduction, ADET, and FVIP. But of course, if the court's inclined, we can keep it down to one FVIP on, since it's both charges together.
Well, it's one VIP. FDIP is the family thing, but this is.
I'm sorry, VIP, I'm sorry.
Exactly. That's all right.
Okay, so in this one, credit for time, is he going to get any credit for time served?
He will not.
He understands that, Mr. McLean?
I believe he does. He'd be out.
Okay.
Today's Thursday, so that would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, anything further, Mr. McLean?
We just stipulate to factual basis, identification, venue. We ask the court to accept the plea.
Okay. Mr. Williamson, it's my understanding that in case 17 CR 022435F, you wish to plead guilty to driving under the influence of alcohol less safe, failure to obey a stop sign, and the seatbelt violation. And in case 20 CR 000888C, you wish to plead guilty to failure to maintain insurance, expired tag or unregistered vehicle, and driving under the influence of alcohol less safe. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the pleas as negotiated, Mr. Williamson. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Williamson, I'll call your mom and let her know.
Your Honor, position number 13 and 14, Mr. Fernandez.
Yes. Okay.
This should be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Fernandez. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Ms. Duncan?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case ending in 1809Y, the count of criminal trespass for position 13, the state's offer is 12 months to serve 6 days, credit for time served 3 days, with the balance suspended and to stay away from the incident location, which is 761 Sidney Marcus Boulevard, which is a northeast, which is a quick trip.
Okay, Mr. Dotis?
That's our understanding of the offer, along with for position 14, our understanding is that will be no pros upon entering of this negotiated plan. We do stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID.
Mr. Fernandez, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 001809Y, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct? Okay, jail courts, if you can unmute yourself, please. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Fernandez. Good luck to you, sir.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
You can ask your counsel if you would like for him to address you. Mr. Godez?
Yes, Mr. Fernandez, if you have any questions about this case, I'm happy to enter a breakout room with you. This in court, we're currently being recorded, but I'm happy to step aside a breakout room with you to answer any questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if this case also covered by pending probation violation.
Again, we can speak about that on in a breakout room.
Okay, thank you.
I think those are all of my cases for today. I'm ready for a breakout room with jail court's iPhone when available.
If we can put Mr. Godez, I guess, his laptop into a breakout with jail court. Who do we have in courtroom 2?
Hey, Your Honor, this is going to be Mr. Bentley, position number 3, Ms. McLeod's client.
Okay. And Ms. McLeod, let's see.
Good morning again, Your Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Bentley needs to be arraigned, Your Honor.
Okay.
He wants to have a jury trial on this case.
Good morning, Mr. Bentley. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down, Mr. Bentley. Thank you. You've been charged in case 23 CR 002487Y with simple battery, family violence, and battery, family violence. Each of these charges carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. Do you waive formal reading of the accusation, Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead, Mr. Bentley? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
We will record your not guilty plea. Your case will be returned to the division judge, and you'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
All right.
Do you have any more clients on the calendar this morning, Ms. McLeod?
Not, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. You have a good day.
You're welcome. Your Honor. Thank you.
Position 27, Mr. Waldrop.
It would be, it was already served the time for this, yeah.
Okay, I believe that this is Mr. McLean's case, and he's on the phone. So we'll, as soon as he's available, we will be with you, Mr. Waldrop.
We're almost. He's on the phone with one of his clients, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll be with it, Mr. Waldrop, in a moment.
Well, I don't know what you mean by out the window. If you think this is good now.
You might want to mute courtroom too. We can hear him.
Hold on. Thank you, Your Honor. We definitely need that to mute more. Good. All right, who is in 3-cell?
Mr. Waldrop.
That's
Waldrop. Okay, can you hand-
Sorry, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let's see, Waldrop, number 27 is a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
okay. Good morning, Mr. Waldrop. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you. You can put your hand down, sir. Mr. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. So the state's offer is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days, a BHET, balance probated, and a stay away from 232 Forsyth Street. That's the Greyhound bus station.
Yes, Mr. McLean.
Your Honor, I've encouraged Mr. Waldrop to seek the BHET at Grady Memorial Hospital, which is for indigent people. He was passing through Atlanta trying to get from one spot to another. He's trying to get to Alabama where his family is. So, Your Honor, he would like to ask the court to accept his negotiated plea of guilty, time served, balance on probation with the condition of BHET. They will find out it's actually traumatic brain injury rather than a behavioral issue based on a diagnosis other than physical. We stipulate to venue, identification, and factual basis.
Mr. Waldrop, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002318B, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, but I had a ticket to go from Athens, Georgia.
Yep, Mr. Waldrop, the factual basis is what you're stipulating to, so the judge probably doesn't need all the detail that you had the right to be there, but the Greyhound people were mistaken. I've got that.
So what's going to happen to me today?
When you get out of jail, go over to Grady and ask them to do a behavioral health evaluation. Tell them about your traumatic brain injury. That's
Do I get out today or do I have to sit?
as soon as they release you.
Is that going to be today or what?
I hope so, today or tomorrow. If there's nothing else holding you, it should be today or tomorrow.
Yeah, because from March 7th, 2017, I got the brain damage from that state of Alabama walking down the road. I was knocked out for 18 days. I had to go from Anniston to Birmingham to get my head cut open, make my brain quit bleeding. And I'm just grateful by the grace of God still be living after 6 years of that.
Right.
So I'm just ready. I've been sitting here 13 days for nothing. I shouldn't have been locked up for criminal trespassing. I'm just ready to go on.
Do you remember our discussion about your trial rights versus did you want to enter into a plea, either negotiated or unnegotiated? You remember our discussion?
You said plea out, go to Grady, get checked out by Grady, and turn back around and get Grady.
If you decide to plea out, you would go to Grady as soon as you can.
Because I don't have
Mr. McLean, would you like to speak with him off of in private?
That would be good, Your Honor. Let's do the mute, and I'll go through it for him again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We have an ACDC. Officer Milton there?
No, he's not.
Your Honor, Sims is ready for negotiated plea.
And we're and is that who we have at ACDC, Mr. McClellan?
Yes, Your Honor. Jennifer O. Sims, S-I-M-S, one count,
Okay.
right, one count of obstruction.
Good morning, Ms. Sims. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, Mr. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. So the state's offer for Ms. Sims is going to be 12 months to serve 60 days, credit for time served 30 days, balance suspended.
We stipulate for the three necessary elements, ask the court to accept the negotiated plea of guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Sims, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 004159H, you wish to plead guilty to obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Absolutely.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Sims. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Your Honor, may I be excused, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
See you next time. Thank you.
All right, bye,
Okay.
everybody.
If 3 South could please call 2-2392. Thanks. Yeah, December this one. Say that again? Yeah, we got it.
What's your name? James Hodges. Position 17, Mr. Hodges.
Okay, again, I think Mr. McLean is on the phone, so we'll get with you, Mr. Hodges, as soon as he returns.
Okay.
Your Honor, there's also a DV case today with Rockwell.
Yes, that's at 11 o'clock, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And is 3 South listening in on Zoom right now? I could chat it, but I said it before. If they can call us. 3 South?
Need to speak to Waldrop?
Yes.
We're trying to do that now.
Okay, yeah, you just call extension 2-2392. Thank you.
It's in the microwave.
Okay. 3 South, Your Honor, on the video, the person who's behind the person in front of the camera is Mr. Waldrop. And we're going to try again. I think he's ready. Got my fingers crossed. I don't know who's sitting right in front of the camera right this second.
This is Mr. Hodges. Do you want to just go with Mr. Hodges first?
Let's go with Mr. Hodges. That is a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
All right, position number 17, James Hodges. Good morning, Mr. Hodges. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Who's presenting from the state?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, that's me.
Okay, you can continue, Mr. Jones.
Yes, Your Honor. So the state's offer for Mr. Hodges is going to be 12 months to serve, 365 days, credit for time served, 365 days.
Mr. McLean.
All right, very technically, Your Honor, he's got 375 days in on this very charge. It was dropped from terroristic threats to this only, so he's got way more than time than he needs on it. We asked the court to accept the negotiated plea of guilty. Factual basis, venue, and identification are stipulated to by the client.
Mr. Hodges, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 002488H, you wish to plead guilty to disorderly conduct. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury.
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Hodges. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good luck to you. Good to meet you. On that one, Your Honor, my only question was, why wasn't that done 4 months ago when they dropped the terroristic threats? Couldn't figure that one out. We're going to try one more time with Mr. Waldrop, I believe.
Okay. And while we're waiting, Mr. McLean, on position 21, Mr. Newman, what's going to be the announcement on for Mr. Newman?
21. I had that completely crossed out. I think that was released. Was it?
He was released, Your Honor. That's my apologies for not working.
Oh, okay. No problem. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that was. I usually just write gone on my calendars because it's even shorter than saying released.
Okay. So Mr. Waldrop is our last person that you all have on the 9 o'clock calendar. Is that right?
I believe so.
And
yeah.
Sure where Mr. Waldrop went. While we're waiting, Ms. Strong, would you like to go over the calendar?
Sure. Okay. Position number 1 was a waiver, reset jail jury. Position number 2 was a loan out. He will be reset for next Thursday, May the 4th. Position number 3 was arraigned, reset jail jury. Position number 4 was reset jail jury. Position number 5 was reset jail jury. Number 6, reset jail jury. Position number 7 was reset jail jury. Position number 8 was reset jail jury. Position number 9 was released. Position number 10 was a negotiated plea. Position number 11 was a plea. Position number 12 was null pros. Position number 13 was a plea. Position number 14 was null pros. Position number 15 was a plea. 16, 17 were both pleas. Position number 18 will be reset to the competency calendar for May the 25th. Position number 19 will also be reset for May the 25th for the competency calendar, as well as position number 20 will be reset for May the 25th. Position number 21 was released. Position number 22 was a plea. Position number 23 was arraigned, reset jail jury. Position 24 was a plea. Position 25 was null pros. Position 26 was a plea. 27 was a plea. 28 was a plea. 29 was a plea. 30 was null pros, and position number 31 was a plea.
We get Mr. Waldrop back, we'll complete that plea. For 11, Mr. Howard, Mr. Walker, would you all like to start the competency calendar? Do we have everyone here for that?
Yes.
Okay, so while we're waiting, why don't we go ahead and do the competency calendar? If you could put myself, Mr. Walker, Mr. Howard into a breakout room, please.
And Kasha as well.
You don't have a key to let Jamal in, do you?
Nah, I probably up there a little bit. I see it back there.
Yeah, I got
My bad, big dog.
it. What's with all the cameras?
Get down cold. I don't know. It's fine. I'll do that. Let's walk around. I can't get out.
Go on, Duffy.
Hey, nah, I don't get one.
Well, he's with conference. But, he is with conference. Well, is it, Jones is just a lost in his own what he can do. How is he gone? Yeah, that's why he's always wrong.
Did you guys need me?
I think McLean is trying to speak with you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you give him a call.
Good morning, Ms. Rock. Well, did you have a case on the SAP calendar? Or are you representing the DV case?
Hey there.
How you
Okay,
doing?
so I filed a,
Mike had to talk to him and get him back on the Zoom.
Oh, you can go ahead. That was someone that did.
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
thought.
Okay, I just filed my, an address correction on a young lady. Haven't been retained, but I just didn't want her to be flopping around with a bench warrant. Stepriana Bell, 22 CR 001-246J.
Okay, so she's on our DV calendar for the bench warrant calendar.
Yes, sir.
So Judge Morrow is currently in a breakout room, so he'll be
Okay.
back.
I'll
Is
stand
that
down.
her iPhone?
Let me see. I don't know. Miss Bell. Miss Bell, can you put your real name? Can you put your name? Does she have red hair? I can't see.
I see her. I can change her name. I just wanted to make sure that was her.
That's Miss Bell.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this me.
Okay, thank you.
Working now.
Ms. McLean, I have Mr. Waldrop on the 3 South.
Greetings.
Are we ready, Mr. Waldrop, Mr. McLean?
I believe we're ready.
Okay, can you hear me, Mr. Waldrop?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, okay, you're still under oath. You've had the opportunity to speak with your lawyer. So my last question to you was, and you can just answer me with a yes or no, Mr. Waldrop. It's my understanding that you wish in case 23 CR 002318B to plead guilty to criminal trespass and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir, I'm not.
You've been represented by Mr. McLean. Are you happy with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir, I do it myself.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Waldrop. I'll accept your guilty plea. As soon as you get the BHET done, then the probation is going to go to a non-reporting status. Okay, so the sooner you get that done, the better. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
You too. That completes the state all-purpose calendar. Let's go to the DV bench warrant calendar with Ms. Bell. Do we have everybody on the line for that? I see Ms. Rockwell on the line. I see Ms. Bell on the line.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Ms. Rockwell. Let's see. Where are we with Ms. Bell and what has happened?
Judge, first of all, I took it upon myself to go file an updated address for her. I technically have not been hired. I didn't want her out there flopping around with a bench warrant. She successfully reported to some pretrial services officer for a while. Then they released her because of maybe the length of time. I don't know what happened, but there was a misunderstanding and she got disconnected from her court date. She is without record. She is working and she's in school full time. I just didn't want her to get locked up, but I understand that I can't just go and sign for a reset for her, that it needs to be addressed by the court. So I was hoping there wouldn't be any great objection about her getting her bench warrant set aside.
And Your Honor, it would be the state's objection to the set aside, and we would request that this defendant be remanded into custody. This defendant was previously scheduled for an inquiry calendar before Judge Williams on April 20th, 2023. I don't know if the defendant didn't show up or what was the status of that particular inquiry calendar. However, significant before this honorable court, this defendant did miss plea and arraignment twice before Judge Besson, once on June 29th, 2022, and once on August 8th, 22. After that August 8th, in this case, Judge Morrow, ordered a $2,000 signature on bond. So this defendant did receive the benefit of the court's grace in a simple battery family violence case. Previously, on March 8th, 2022, there was an arrest warrant issued after that August miss of plea and arraignment. And then there was a recent bond change notification on April 5th, 2023 with a Peoples Street address. However, I did not see any return to senders in the file. It's for those reasons, given that she's missed 2 court appearances and has already received the benefit of a signature on bond, that we request it not be set aside. Okay, so I see now that it says that the 420 calendar was not sent out to anyone. So Judge Williams reset it for today. So that's what happened with that original, but she still also missed plea and arraignment twice, and there's no return to sender. So the state's position is we would object to the set aside.
Where was the notice sent, Ms. Duncan? Do you have that information?
Well, 1 second, I can pull that.
And what is her current, and her current address was just updated, is that correct, Ms. Rockwell?
Yes, Judge, I went and updated and now that I've got my hands on the wheel, it's not gonna happen again. I don't
Okay.
know. I just prefer people trying to fight their case from the street. If, you know, I mean, we got somebody working and going to school. And I've got a stack of witnesses that'll say, even the alleged victim, that say that mom was having a mental health episode. And now that mom has calmed down, I don't know.
Your Honor, I do not have the address where the notice was sent. However, I do not see, it was sent to a Fairburn Road address.
She's no longer at the Fairburn Road apartment 801 address, is that correct?
She's no longer there, Judge.
Okay,
Correct.
so, Ms. Bell, what I'm gonna do is,
That is not the Stale address.
Okay. I don't like to see people, I'm gonna give you one more opportunity. Okay, so I'm gonna set aside this, this warrant, this time, because it appears to me that it's really, although you missed 2 dates, it's the first time you're here. It's your responsibility to make sure that if you move or go to another location, that the first place you should update would be the court, so that you can get notice and you don't have. Okay.
I got I had a pretrial officer. She the one who told me about my new court date. When it was time to go to court, I had no contact with her, no link to go to court or anything. When she contacted me the next day after court, she told me that she's not with Fulton County no more and that she's switching to DeKalb County. I got in contact with an attorney. My grandma went down there. I tried my best. Only thing I had contact with Ms. Rockwell.
You're here before me now, Ms. Bell. So I'm going to give you the opportunity. I'm going to set this bench warrant aside, but I'm just letting you know that if you come back before me again, missing a date, then I'm not going to be able to set it aside an additional time. Okay. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to address your case while you're not in custody. So, but this will be the last time.
Thank you,
All
Judge.
right.
Thank you. And sometimes people think if they update their address at the post office, that's good enough. But the way I understand it, that they're not supposed to even forward court dates. So she understands now. She knows exactly where the clerk's office is. And if I get hit by a bus, she knows how to go update her address.
All right. Well, very good. Good luck to you, Ms. Bell. Good to see you, Ms. Rockwell.
Is there a new court date just so I can jot it down or?
No, this is going to be returned to the division judge. So Judge Besson will send out a new court date.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
You all have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, Madam Prosecutor. And thank you so much, Mr. Stern. Thank you.
I think that concludes the 9 o'clock and the 11 o'clock calendars, if I'm not mistaken.
Judge Moore?
Yes.
Attorney Mondelli will be logging on shortly.
Say it again.
Attorney Mondelli for Zachary Alexis, he'll be logging on shortly.
Okay.
So I'm about to send something.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll hold for him for a short period of time. Shortly doesn't mean like noon, does it, Mr. Jordan?
No, so I called him, but he said he never did get the Zoom link from me, so I'm about to send it to him now.
Okay.
So he said he had sent an email, but I didn't get his email either. So I'm about to send it to him now.
So if that's the only matter that we have left, I guess anyone and we're going to do that in a breakout room, anyone who's not necessary for that, you all have a good day and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Your Honor. See you all next time.
All right.
See you next time. Have a good day.
Do the same.
But Judge,
Yes.
did you still need pretrial?
I don't think we do. Thank you. I appreciate you being here today. It was very quiet today.
I know. I was waiting. Okay.
All right.
Well,
Thank you. Have a
Judge.
good rest of your day.
He's coming on now, Judge.
Okay.